One down inside for Lance. Lance works his way down. Brings it back out front to Reese. The ball is knocked away. Down court comes Meckley. Meckley takes it in for the layup, puts it up and in. So a steal and a layup for the Sentinels. They lead 2-0 here, just underway from Fort Hill High School. Mosley into the front court, works against Kevin Page, bounces it to Tressler on the left wing. Back out top of the key, it goes to Reese, and now to Lance. Back to Tressler, top of the key, left side to Miller. Back to Mosley. Mosley looks around, takes a couple of dribbles to the right side of the court. Down it goes on the right side to Reese. Reese inside. Back out front it comes to Miller, around to Tressler. Tressler looks down low. Reese cuts through, can't get the pass into him. They swing it around to Miller over on the right side. Now to Mosley. Mosley stops. Three-pointer from the top of the keys, around the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by Antoine Kyler. Rams took a lot of time, very patient, got the open look, couldn't get it. Fort Hill leads it 2-0. Early in the early going here. Here's Page. He kicks it back out to Meckley. Three-pointers put up no good. Rebound by Reese. Down court very quickly to Lance. Lance has a layup, puts it up and in. Evan Lance leading the break. He come down and got a nice feed. And we have a 2-2 tie. This is Page. Into the front court, down in the corner, driving the baseline, reverse layup, blocked under there behind Lance. That shot was by Frediska. Lance blocked it right back into Frediska's hand. It goes out of bounds. The Rams get it back. Blocked that one from behind as he just waited for it to come up over Frediska's head and knocked it out of bounds. Mosley works against Page on the right side, picks up the dribble. Tressler in the right corner, back out to Reese. Now it comes over to Lance, back to Tressler, 17-foot jumper, front of the rim, no good. Chris Miller on the rebound for the Rams. Inside it goes to Lance. Whistle, foul called. That's going to go against Antoine Kyler. His first team foul. Evan Lance working really well inside against the lot heavier Antoine Kyler. Here it goes into Mosley. Mosley puts the shot up, draws the foul, gets the basket. He'll shoot for the three-point play.
Is there anybody better at drawing contact than Corey Mosley?
Nobody in this area, that's for sure. He just does it game after game after game. Rams lead it now 4-2 with Mosley a chance for the three-point play. Puts it up around the rim, wouldn't go. Chris Miller right in to get the rebound, but he taps it out of bounds. And the Sentinels will get it back. Rams lead 4-2 with 5:47 to go in the first quarter. Kevin Page into the front court against Reese. Bounce pass goes down to Meckley. Out to the foul line. 15-foot jumper. In and out. No good by Kyler. Rebound by Corey Mosley. Bring it into the front court to Tressler on the left wing. Back to Mosley in the front court. Rams working around the top of the key. Half court man-to-man by the Sentinels. Here it goes into Lance. Out to Tressler. Tressler comes in. Puts the shot up on the reverse layup. I don't know how Corey got that one off, but he got the basket. And the Rams lead at 6-2 with 5:12 to go in the first. Page, spin dribbles down the lane, puts the shot up, a scoop shot around, no good. Rebound fought for, and should have been a jump ball called. Instead, they let it go, and a whistle and a foul. And they're going to call it against Evan Lance. He had the ball tied up for maybe 2 seconds underneath, and they let him get away. And then he committed the foul. And they're going to say it was a shooting foul on top of that. So Richie Bradenberg goes to the line. First shot's up, good. 6-3 now is our score. Brandenburg ready for his second. This one's up. It's good. 6-4 with 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Mosley brings it into the front court. Still the half-court man-to-man defense by the Spartans. Or by the Sentinels, I'm sorry. Here's Tressler. Gets it off to Reese.
Tressler took a finger in the eye, John. He got the poke there real quick.
This is Corey Mosley out near the center circle. Gets it on the left side to Reese. Underneath on a nice feed. And there's the foul is on the floor, and that's number 2 on Kyler as he bumped Reese almost out of bounds. Reese got the basket, but the foul clearly before the shot. So the Rams will inbound off the baseline. Corey Tressler will inbound. Well, nope, they're going to let Brad Reese do it. Tressler's still a little blurry there as he's trying to wipe it out of his eye. In it comes to Mosley. Mosley puts the shot up, no good. Rebound by the Sentinels very quickly. Meckley down court to the top of the key. It goes to Page. Page on the right side, back to Meckley. They lob the ball down low. Shot put up, blocked out of there by Evan Lance. Brandenburg had the shot. Lance from nowhere with his second block of the night. 6-4, 4:23 to go. First quarter action off the baseline. Fredisco will inbound. Looking for the pass. Finally lobs it back. Gets it down into Brandenburg. He goes in, a little short jumper in front of the basket. Good. Brandenburg has 4 points on the night. And we have a 6-6 tie. Reese on the right wing. Takes it down into the corner. Now goes baseline. Fakes. Gets it back to Lance. Lance out top of the key. It goes to Miller. Round to Mosley on the left wing. Mosley tries to go baseline. Gets it back out to Tressler. Tressler takes it down the right side in the lane, but shot no good. Whistle, foul called. Fredisco, I believe, will get the call. We'll take a look and see. And it is Jordan Fredisco, the 6'2 senior. His first personal, fourth team foul against the Sentinels, and that'll send Corey Tressler to the line. He'll shoot two. Shots up, good. Nice rotation, nothing but the bottom of the net. 7-6 Southern. Just under 4 minutes to go, halfway through the first quarter. Second one's good by Tressler. Rams lead by 2, 8-6. Here comes Page back into the front court. Reese right there to pick him up. Rams in there, normal half-court man-to-man. This is Fredisco back around the top of the key to Page on the left side. Give and go. Comes back to Fouts. Fouts puts up the shot, no good. Rebound by Evan Lance. Lance gets the pass out to Mosley. Rams back on the attack. Now Reese on the left side. He'll take it to Mosley over on the right side, still behind the arc. Down to the top of the key. Almost lost control of the ball. Kicks it over to Lance. Lance back to Mosley. Now go between the circles to Reese. Takes it back, looks down low. Now to Mosley with 1 foot in the center circle. He'll come to the left side. Nice move down the side of the lane. Kicks it off Tressler. 3 ball in the air from the left. Short, no good. Rebound is by Kevin Page. Down court very quickly to Fredisco. Can't get the layup, so they go back to Page at the top of the key. Lob inside to Mecklenburg, and he commits the offensive charge. Brandenburg picks up his first.
Just put his head down like a battering ram going through there.
And I think it was Miller stepped in and took the charge. Or was it Mosley?
It was Corey.
Okay.
Yeah, Corey stood in on that.
Miller will come out. In comes Brett DeWitt for the Rams. And also coming in is Jimmy Heinball. Mosley will bring it up front into the front court. Through the center circle. Rams lead by 2, 8-6. Down under 3 minutes to play now. Mosley takes it down the lane, fakes, goes inside, puts up a little short run around the rim, won't go. Lance with the tap back, no good. Mosley with the rebound. He'll take it back in, tries to get it over to Lance, taps out of bounds at the last minute by Fredisco. Rams will have possession into their own basket. Heinball will inbound off the baseline. Well, we had Evan Lance open for just a second, but Fredisco caught it. Here's the pass coming into Tressler. Tressler over to Mosley. Back to Tressler between the circles. Left side to Heinball. Heinball to Mosley. Around the top of the key. Tressler, 3 ball in the air. High off the rim, won't go. Rebound down there by Ryan Phelps. He drops the pass off to Meckley. Over it comes near side to Fredisco. Fredisco over on the left side. Back out in the front court now to Page. Page gets it over the left side. Ball stolen away by Mosley, but he just couldn't get stopped. Went out of bounds. Fort Hill will get the ball on the sideline. Foul line extended on the right side. In it comes to Page. Page being guarded by Heinball now. Kicks it down in the corner. Ball goes down to Meckley. Round the top of the key to Fredisco on the left wing. He takes it into the corner, now down the lane. Little jump stop. Shot is no good. Rebound is by Jimmy Heinball. Rams on the attack. Back into the front court. Goes to Mosley. He's between the circles. He'll take it over on the right side to Tressler. Tressler looks down low for DeWitt. Instead it goes to Heinball. Heinball with the fake. Kicks it off the Lance. Jumper off the baseline across the rim. Won't go. Whistle, foul called on the rebound. It's going to go against Brett DeWitt on the block out. That's his first. And the second team foul against the Rams. We're down to a minute and a half to go. The Rams lead at 8-6. Still in first quarter action. Page will bring it up. Heinball right there to pick him up as he comes into the front court. He backs off, gets it over on the right side to Brandenburg. His turnaround jumper is around the rim, no good. Rebound underneath by Pradiska. Tries to feed it back in. Brandenburg somehow comes up with it, puts the shot up, no good. Rebound, though, by Wilson in the ball game. And I believe Wilson got the basket. He put it back up and in. Nathan Wilson, a 6'2 senior, ties it at 8. Clock down 1 minute to play here in the first quarter. Mosley spin dribbles down the left side of the lane. Picks up the dribble now. Bounce pass inside to Lance. Lance loses control. Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Brandenburg. So the Rams will retain possession under their own basket. 49 seconds on the clock. We're tied at 8. Brad Reese back into the lineup. Jimmy Heinball goes out. Gave the Rams some good time. Lance out to Mosley. Now a 2-3 zone set up by Fort Hill. Over it goes to Reese. 43 seconds on the clock. Tressler, skip pass, back cross court to Reese. He takes it into the lane, fakes, puts up a little runner short. Pradiska has the rebound, works the pass out to Wilson. Wilson gets it to Page, and now Fort Hill has a chance at the last shot. 56 seconds. Page takes it down the lane, though, and throws up a runner. It's no good, but he's going to draw the foul. He'll shoot 2. Foul, I believe, on Brad Reese. They've made the signal very quickly, and it is Brad. We have an 8-8 tie with 23 seconds to play. Page at the line. He'll shoot 2. He's scoreless so far on the evening. With the left hand, puts it up, gets the shooter's roll, rolls around the rim and falls through. Fort Hill leads at 9-8. Heinball back into the lineup for Reese. Still wants to get his second foul here in the last 23 seconds of the quarter. Page second shot's up. This one's all net. Fort Hill leads it by 2. 10-8 with 20 seconds to go. Corey Mosley very slowly into the front court. Clock down to 15. He works against Page to the left side. Now backs off. 10 seconds on the clock. Takes it over to the right side. Kaiser goes around to pick by Tressler. Fakes, puts the shot up. Off the glass, no good. A lot of contact there. Back it comes to DeWitt. DeWitt tries to get the shot off at the quarter. It's short, will not go, and with that, our first quarter comes to an end. Fort Hill 10, the Rams 8. We'll be back right after this.
What did your 3 to 5-year-old learn today? If your child attended Renaissance Early Learning Center in Oakland, he probably learned a letter of the alphabet, had story time, painted, and sang songs. Your son is recognizing shapes, colors, and numbers. Your daughter learns manners by visiting a restaurant for lunch and explores books at the library as she learns about teamwork. Good luck and go Rams from Renaissance Early Learning Center, the Little People Place, located on 3rd Street in Oakland, 334-2081.
Team 1 GM Auto Mall in Oakland across from Walmart has the best deals in the tri-state area with the absolute lowest prices every day on a huge selection of Chevrolet, Buick, Pontiac, and GMCs. Right now for the entire month of February, save like never before with deep dealer discounts, rebates, bonus cash, and low financing. You could say the savings are simply presidential. Look for the giant American flag, Route 219 north of Oakland. Team 1 and Chevrolet at American Revolution.
The train station.
Well, to start the second quarter, Fort Hill will have the basketball and the lead. They lead 10-8. As right down below us, Ryan Fouts will inbound. Also in the game, didn't start, but back in is Nathan Wilson. The ball goes into Kevin Page, and we're back underway. Page works against Reese. Down in the corner, pass goes on the left side to Wilson. He tries to work it inside. Shot put up down there by Morrill is no good, and the pass comes back up court. Reese has to run it down. Now gets it back to Mosley between the circles. He'll go over on the right wing to Tressler. Foul line extended over near the right sideline. Gets it back out top of the key to Reese. Reese looks down low, trying to work it inside. Gets it to Mosley instead. Over on the left side. Now it goes in to Lance. Lance bumped around underneath and gets the shot off. No call. Brandenburg clearly with the shove underneath. Shot's no good. Brandenburg gets the rebound, gets it back to Page. Page over on the near side. Pass comes over to Fouts. Takes it down to the baseline, back out front, and around the key left side to Brandenburg. He has a 16-foot jumper, no good. Gets his own rebound, puts it back up and in. That's something the Rams can't let happen. Brandenburg got the long rebound. It was uncontested right to the basket. 12-8, Fort Hill. Reese on the left wing to Tressler between the circles to Miller. In the right corner it goes to Bosley. He brings it back out top of the key to Lance, over to Tressler on the left side. Back out it goes to Reese. Right side to Bosley. Bosley down low to Lance. Lance, nice move, comes around, has the shot, puts it up and in. Evan Lance with a nice quick move on the baseline. Puts the Rams back to within 2, 12-10 here, with 6:20 to play in the first half. Ball comes over on the near side to Wilson. Back out it goes to Page. Page working around the screen, takes it down the lane, can't get the shot off, gets it back out to Wilson. Wilson puts up the shot, no good. Rebound underneath is by Morrill, and he tries to put the shot back up. He's fouled, and it goes against Corey Tressler. That's his first. Have that as the fourth team foul against the Rams. At the free throw line to the right is Justin Morrill, a 6'2 junior. Shot with the left hand's up, it's no good. Went around the rim and fell out.
John, the Rams really not shooting real well from the field so far in the game, only about 20%.
Just haven't seemed to get off on track yet after the layoff. They look like a team that hasn't played for a week. Second shot by Morrill was around the rim, no good. Evan Lance on the rebound. Corey Bosley somehow gets knocked to the floor and gets back up. Here comes Reese into the front court. Bounce pass to Bosley on the left wing. He works against Meckley now, down to the baseline, drops it back off to DeWitt, back out between the circles to Tressler, over on the right side to Reese. Now Tressler, top of the key, left side to Lance, back to Tressler. Tressler on the give and go to Lance, can't get it there, so he brings it back out to DeWitt, around the top of the key on the right side to Bosley. They lob inside to Lance. Lance with the move, turnaround jumper, good. Evan Lance working inside, doing a great job against Brandenburg. And we have a 12-12 tie. Over it comes on the right side. This is Meckley. Inside it goes to Brandenburg. He has a shot put up, no good. Lance with another rebound. Gets it out to Bosley. Rams back on the attack. Up it comes Tressler. He takes baseline, puts the shot up, no good. And standing in and getting the charge, they're going to call it on Corey Tressler for the charge. That's number 2 on Corey. And team foul, number 5. 5:11 to go. 12-12 tie here as Fort Hill will have it. Meckley inbounds to Page. And the Sentinels back on the attack. Page comes to the arc, gets it over on the right side to Meckley. Meckley, couple of dribbles, back to Page between the circles. Tries to drive, gets to kick it back over on the left side to Meckley. Over it goes, ball taken away, and DeWitt on the steal, brings it down, puts the shot up, good. He's knocked to the floor, and we don't get a call on it. Get the basket, though, and the Rams lead by 2, 14-12. Coach Bosley off the bench, want to know why we don't get the call. And there's a walk and a charge as Frediska picks up his second as he comes into the center. Could have got called for the walk first, didn't. We'll take the charge. That's number 2 on Frediska. Have a substitution in the game for Fort Hill. I didn't catch who it was, but Bosley's bringing the ball back up court. Down to 4.5 minutes to play in the half. Rams lead at 14-12. This is Jimmy Heinball on the right wing. Back to Reese. Bounce pass on the near side to DeWitt. Out to Heinball. Heinball being guarded by Frediska, and it goes Bosley. 7-foot jumper, no good. Rebound pulled down by Brandenburg. He'll drop the pass off to Meckley, to Page. Page spin dribbles in, can't get the shot. Back to Brandenburg. He has the ball knocked away. Mosley comes up with the loose ball, takes it down the right side. Being guarded down there by Frediska. Now he goes baseline, the ball knocked away. Page comes up with it, but it goes back to Mosley. Mosley with a couple things, puts it up, taps the basket, and he's fouled. Corey Mosley with a double head fake. Went ahead, put the shot up, got hit in the eye. The ball goes in, the Rams lead by 4.
How many fakes did he use there?
I'm not sure how many. He faked out. Corey at the line now to complete the three-point play the old-fashioned way. This one's in the air. It's good. Now 17-12 as we're under 4 minutes to play. Page brings it out the right side, the end of the front court. Down in the left-hand corner it goes to Meckley. He'll bring it back out between the circles, back to Page. Give and go down low to Ferdiska. His shot's up no good. Pounce has the rebound. He puts it back up and in. 17-14 now. Here's the Rams very quickly back into the front court. Mosley on the left side to Heinball. He takes it to the top of the key, almost taken away by Ferdiska. Jimmy just takes it back. Out front now, down to 3:19 to play. Rams content to shorten the game a little bit, just take some time off the clock. Out it goes to Mosley, over on the right side to Heinball. Heinball gets it in to Lance, back over to Heinball. He fakes, takes it into the lane, tries to drop it into Reese. Ball goes out of bounds, last touch by Brandenburg, and the Rams will get it back. Corey Tressler on the bench. I'm not sure if that eye's bothering him, if he's just taking a break. He's had the flu. Looks to be okay. Look for him back in shortly. 3 minutes exactly to go. Rams lead by 3. Out it goes in the front court to Reese. Skip pass cross court to Mosley in the left corner. Back out to Heinball. Whistle. What do we got? Whistle away from the ball. Have no idea what we have. Give us a chance, though, to let you know tonight's game brought to you in part by Sheriff Dick Sanders and the Garrett County Sheriff's Department, to remind you to be cool, stay in school, and say no to drugs and alcohol. Also by the Terra Auta Bank with locations in Oakland and Terra Auta, and also by Garrett County Memorial Hospital, where they give quality care close to home. I guess the ball was out of bounds. Somebody called timeout.
Now, John, what's happening there? They're requesting a fan be escorted from the building. So, they took him out that back corner over there. So,
okay,
that's what's going on.
Didn't see that. Anyway, we're back ready to go. Remind you to stay tuned for our post-game show. We'll have our interview with Coach Tom Mosley and also name our Brownings Oakland Foodland player of the game. Back into action now. The inbound pass tapped away by Page. Reese kind of nonchalantly dropped that one in, and Page, as quick as he is, got to it. Now he gets Page off his feet and gets the ball into Mosley. Into the front court with 2:50 to go. Left side to Heinball. Bounce pass goes down low to Lance. Lance back out to Heinball. 3 out of the corner. Jimmy Heinball hits the 3 out of the corner. And the Rams lead it 20-14, their biggest lead of the night by 6. 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. This is Page. Lobs it over on the near side. Ferdiska, long 2, off the front of the rim, no good. Mosley there to get the long rebound. Rams back on the attack. Brings it into the front court. Over on the left side it goes to Heinball. Back out to DeWitt. Over on the right side to Page. Page, or make that Reese. Reese, top of the key. Heinball. Just inside the arc. Jimmy Heinball gets 5 quick points. And the Rams lead it by 8, 22-14. Leave him alone, let him shoot. That's great.
Absolutely. When you feel it, you feel it.
Page takes it down the lane, tries to get shut off, can't do it, goes to Pounce on the baseline, drops it to Ferdiska. Ferdiska's shot wasn't blocked but altered by Lance. Now Page tries to put up a 3, misses everything, and the Rams get it back. Heinball will bring it into the front court. He'll probably draw some attention now as Page moves out on him a little bit. Over it goes to Mosley. Mosley goes down the baseline. Inside it goes to DeWitt. DeWitt with a little short jumper off the baseline is no good. Bounce has the rebound. Drops the pass off to Meckley. He'll bring it into the front court with 1:20 to play in the half. Takes it over on the left side. Picks up the dribble now. Meckley being guarded by Heinball. Gets it down low to Kyler. Back to Meckley to Page. Page takes it into the lane. Little kind of a runner. Misses everything again. And the rebound is by Brad Reese. He drops it off to Mosley to Heinball. Heinball has a wide open lane. Takes it down. Puts it up and in. Jimmy Heinball with his biggest quarter of the year gives the Rams a 10-point lead. He saw the opening and just like that, shot down, had the layup, and the Rams have a 10-point lead. 47 seconds to play here in the first half. Beckley on the left wing. Bounce pass low, intended under there for Kyler. Goes out of bounds. Rams get it back. That's only the third turnover for the Sentinels here in the first half.
So far in the first half, John, the Rams have only turned the ball over once.
So 4 total turnovers. A very well played ball game so far. 12 fouls called here so far in the first half. Over it goes on the right wing to Heimball. Back to Reese between the circles. He'll drop it to Bosley as the Rams run a little bit of a weave now. Out it comes to Heimball. Now over to Miller. Miller gets the ball back over to Bosley. Bosley near the center circle. Couple of dribbles. Takes it over to the right side. Backs off. Clock down to 11 seconds now. Rams will get the last shot. 8 seconds. Bosley with the fake, takes it in. A little bit of fake, puts it up. Count it! Corey Bosley, just a magician. I have no idea how he got that shot off. He got it with 2 seconds to go. Gives the Rams a 12-point lead at halftime. And Corey just come in that time, hesitated at the free throw line from 15 feet out. Kind of made everybody wonder what he was going to do. Ducked under and got the little scoop.
Did you see the Fort Hill player that retrieved the ball after it went through the net?
No.
He just started walking toward his dressing room, shaking his head, and just threw the ball up. And how do you do that? How do you stop that?
Yep, there's no stopping that. Corey Bosley, I'll tell you what, call me prejudiced if you want to, but I've seen a lot of games. If he's not the player of the year, there's something wrong with the whole system. We're at halftime. The Rams lead it 26-14. We'll be back for our halftime show after these messages.
John Deere, is it the unmistakable, gleaming, dare we say loud, green and yellow colors that can be seen riding high across this great land we call My Country 'Tis of Thee? Could it be that John Deere has a bit more experience in this whole tractor thing, say 167 years worth? Is it the fact that a Deere dealer will actually come to your personal abode for a tractor checkup like an old-fashioned country doctor? Or might it be the razor-sharp, almost ninja-like perfection of the Deere Edge cutting system? How can you find the answers? Why are we asking you so many questions? To help you solve these mysteries of mowing, just come down to your local John Deere dealer, and starting at just $14.99, you can sit in that bright yellow seat and experience for yourself the feeling of being on the tractor that started it all. Nothing runs like a Deere. List price excludes tax, freight, setup, or delivery, and is subject to change. Price and models may vary by dealer.
See a full line of John Deere lawn and garden tractors at Manor Home Center in Mountain Lake Park, your local John Deere dealer.
Putting quality gas in your tank is smart, and filling up at your local Mobil or BP Amoco gas station is even smarter. Why? Because BP Amoco and Mobil gasoline keeps your engine clean and running smooth. Stop today and fill up with quality BP Amoco and Mobil gasoline distributed by Peters Fuel Corporation, Oakland. And call Peters Fuel Corporation for your next home heating oil fill-up. Quality service, dependability, and free delivery, too. With over 47 years of service, they're a name to trust. Peters Fuel Corporation, Liberty Street, Oakland. Call 334-2509.
In honor of President's Day, Schaefer Ford Sales has chopped their prices. For a limited time, many previously owned cars and trucks are heavily discounted to honor President's Day. So stop by, take a good look, and then take advantage of the savings. Check local newspapers for a complete listing. That's at Schaefer Ford Sales, Route 219 North at Oakland, where vehicles cost less.
92.3 The Train.
Back at halftime where the Rams lead the Sentinels 26-14. Very well played first half, very few turnovers up and down the court. Both teams playing really well. The Rams on the spurt, though, in the second half, outscored Fort Hill to the tune of 18-4 and came back with this 26-14 lead. The Sentinels led at the half 10-8, I should say. And only scored 4 points in the second quarter. Ram defense working very well.
Well, plus I think Southern got the rust out of their shooting buck at that time, or whatever you'd want to say, because they were only shooting about 20% there in the first quarter, and ended up shooting 44% for the half. So they really turned it around.
Well, their shooting percentage on the year is right in that area, and it's really 2-point field goal percentage is 49%, which is phenomenal from the floor. Mostly, though, because Evan Lance has a lot of the shots in low. Their three-point shots, though, the three-point percentage, let me find it here right quick. Where is it? 36% from three-point range, and that's good. I mean, you hit over 1 out of every 3 you shoot from out there. The Rams they just played the first quarter like they had to get the cobwebs out.
I think that's the case, John. I think it'd been a while since they'd played, somebody other than scrimmage and themselves, and just a little rusty, but they've got it going now. Although, the game up at Southern was only a 7-point final score, 59-52, so this one isn't over yet.
No, this one will be close. You know that the Sentinels are going to make a run. The Rams are going to have to be able to stop that run, and then, of course, make one of their own. Once again, the JV squad tonight won their ball game against Fort Hill. The score 51-42. Coach Jim Bosley record goes to 16-3, and just a nice year. One game to go next Tuesday night against Bishop Walsh, and that one's back in the friendly confines of Southern High School. Let's take a look at the individual halftime stats, and we'll remind you that our halftime stat summary is brought to you by Sheriff Dick Sanders and the Garrett County Sheriff's Department.
Oh, okay.
That's you, yes.
Oh, okay.
Sir.
You said individual stats, so
Individual teams.
All right. Taking a look at the team statistics for the first half, very well played ball game from the standpoint of turnovers. Fort Hill only committing 3 and Southern only committing 1. That's just about as perfect as you can handle the basketball. Fort Hill shooting only 5 of 23 from the field. That's like 20% or less. Fort Hill in with 14 rebounds, 4 out of 6 from the free throw line, 66%, and they have 7 team fouls. Again, for the Rams, they're in with just 1 turnover. They're shooting 11 of 25 from the field, including 1 3-pointer, 44%. Tied with Fort Hill in the rebound department with 14. 3 out of 4 from the free throw line, 75%, and they're in with 5 team fouls.
Individual scoring in the first half for the Fort Hill Sentinels. Kevin Page with 2. That's 2 from the free throw line. Jordan Frediska has 2. Robert Beckley with 2. Brandenburg has 6. And Fouts has 2. And that'll total 14. For the Rams, Corey Bosley with 7, including that last second shot at the first half that got the Ram lead up to 12. Jimmy Heimball with just a great first half. He came in and gave some real good time. He has 7 points on the night. Brett DeWitt with 2. Evan Lance doing a great job underneath. He's had some really nice moves. I don't know where he's just really playing well tonight. A lot of block shots, a lot of altered shots underneath, and doing a good job. He has 6 on the night. And Corey Tressler with 4, a field goal and 2 free throws. So the Rams lead at 26-14, and there's still 16 minutes of basketball to go, Roger, but Rams just need to continue what they're doing. We see NBC 25 News down here tonight. They're going to have this one on at 11:30, whatever time the 5th quarter comes on. So if you're listening back home, stay tuned. You get to see part of this.
Yeah, they'll probably want to talk to you after bit, John.
Yeah, I'm sure of that. They want me to replace Lou Scally.
Well,
we look alike.
Between that and the autographs you always have to sign when we go to these places.
Right. I'm sure of that, especially down here in Cumberland.
John, you want to go over the playoff scenario real quick? Or?
Yeah, we can do that. And, we've been saying all along that there's 14 teams in the west region of the state. We're wrong. Actually, there's 15. And very quickly, I'll run down those for you. There's Allegheny, Bell, Westmar out of Allegheny County, Brunswick and Catoctin and Tuscarora out of Frederick, Northern Southern out of Garrett, Northwood and Poolsville out of Montgomery, Boonesboro, Clear Spring, Hancock, Smithburg, and Williamsport out of Washington County. And the Rams, somebody from this end of the state, has to go through all that to get to the state playoffs. The way it works this year, Sunday, there'll be a draw. The top 2 seeds are Allegheny and Hancock, and I think that's 1 and 2. So Hancock will be playing next Friday night. The other 5 teams in our eastern, or the western part of the West region, will be in a blind draw. They'll draw for position number 3 through 7. The Rams' best scenario could be to pick a 3 or 4. That way they'd be short of at least 1 home game, because the way it'll work, team number 2, which is Hancock, will play 7, 3 will play 6, and 4 will play 5. So the best place to get would be a 4 position, and then, of course, you don't know, because with the draw the way it is, you may pick another team that you really don't want to play, but just by the luck of the draw. So we can speculate all night, but that's the way it's going to go. Then the winner of that will play the winner of the eastern part of the western region, and the winner of that game will go to College Park. So it's a kind of a jumbled up mess and nothing new for the people downstate. The thing I really don't understand, there's 15 teams in the West region, there's 10 in the North region, there's 8 in the South region, then back to 12 again on the East. I can see them breaking the East at the Bay Bridge, everything from there out is East, maybe from Hancock the other way is West, and then split the other two up evenly and make that the central ones. But what do I know?
Well, John, I think it's like we were talking on the way down. No one wants to be in the region with Dunbar. That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
And everyone has somehow managed to beg their way out of that region. They put them all in the West. So here we are with 14 teams in the Western Division. And Fort Hill coming in next year.
Yeah, that'll make another one. So it's something else. We're about ready to get underway. It'll be Southern basketball to start the second half and gives us a chance to let you know tonight's game brought to you in part by Sheriff Dick Sanders and the Garrett County Sheriff's Department, who remind you to be cool, stay in school, and say no to drugs and alcohol. Tonight's game also brought to you by the Terra Alta Bank, with locations in Oakland and Terra Alta, and by the Garrett County Memorial Hospital, where they give quality care close to home. Fort Hill already on the floor. They come back with their original starting lineup of Meckley, Frediska, who else is out there? Tyler is back out, along with Brandenburg and Page. For the Rams, they come out with their original starting lineup, and here's Tressler with the ball over on the left wing, half court. The Sentinels. Lance out at the top of the key. Bounce pass goes to Bosley on the left wing. They go in. Tressler works his way, puts it up and in, and we have a whistle. What do we have? The basket is good. Corey Tressler got the basket. Somebody hit the rim.
They had to change the possession arrow, John.
Oh, okay. Anyway, the Rams lead at 28-14 now as Tressler gets off to a good start here in the second half. Over it goes to Meckley on the right wing, back to Page between the circles. Bounce pass goes down low to Kyler. He'll take it down, stop. Little short jumpers around the rim, no good. Lance up to get another rebound. After it comes to Bosley into the front court. Cross court it goes to Reese. Ball taken away over there by Meckley. He'll press it back 1-on-3. Stop. 15-foot runner is no good. Rebound is pulled down by Brandenburg. He'll take it down the baseline. Shot put up. Throws it across the rim and in. First basket of the second half for the Sentinels. 28-16 Southern. Here's a full court trap put on by the Sentinels, but Reese breaks it on the left side, gets it down to Tressler. Tressler back to Lance. Lance in for the layup. That's the way you take care of the 1-2-2 trapping zone. Just move the ball. I don't think it hit the floor all the way up. Page to the top of the key. Bounce pass goes down in the corner. Trying to run it down for Frediska. He loses it out of bounds. Turnover number 1 here in the second half for Fort Hill. 30-16. Rams on top. They work against the press. Bosley with the fake. Gets everybody off. Now down court it goes to Miller. Miller fakes, stops, puts it up. Rolls it off the rim. Won't go. Fights for the rebound. And then commits the foul. Chris Miller should have just taken it right to the basket. He tried to fake and kind of got the shot partially blocked and then tried to get the rebound. Committed a foul. That is Chris's first foul, first team foul against the Rams. Page brings it back in. Goes over to Frediska on the right wing. Back to Page between the circles. He'll take it down the lane. The runner throws it up. Good. Kevin Page goes down the lane, gets his first basket of the night. Has that along with 2 free throws. Bosley gets it up to Tressler. Tressler handles it strong to Reese. Bounce pass to Lance into the front court. Left side Bosley. Bosley, 3 ball in the air. Squares up and hits it. Corey Bosley hits a 3 from the left wing. Rams lead at 33-18. 5:39 to play in the third quarter. Page takes it in the lane once again. Throws another scoop up. Short, no good. Rebound is by Brandenburg. He has the shot is blocked, but a foul called. Are they going to give that one to? It might be.
I would imagine
23. Chris Miller picks up foul number 2. Could have been any of about 3, so we got away pretty good with that one. Brandenburg at the line. First shot's up. Good. He's 3 for 3 at the line tonight. Has 9 points so far. Out goes Brad Reese and Chris Miller. In comes Brett DeWitt and Jimmy Heinball. Brandenburg ready for his second. With the right hand, it's up. It's in and out, no good. Lance has the rebounds. He's up into 7 or 8 rebounds already, 6 so far. Here's Bosley as he works around the pick into the front court, gets it to DeWitt, around the top of the key, left side to Tressler on the wing. Tressler being guarded by Fredisca, back to Heinball. Heinball takes it down the lane, puts up the left hand, no good. Rebound by Brandenburg. Out it comes to Page. Page back to Brandenburg, top of the key, takes it down the right side of the lane. He's fouled as he goes down. Got in an extra step. And let's see who they call it on. Looks like 24 is Brett DeWitt, and that's his second. Whistle, 30-second timeout call. I think Southern wanted to talk things over as the lead is down 33-19 now with 5:04 to go. Game still very well played up and down the court. Only a couple of turnovers so far. And Rams handle the ball very strong. A lot of help tonight from the bench, from Heinball, DeWitt. They've come in and really played well.
They have, and again, you were speculating as Corey Tressler had the touch of the flu, and so I think they're trying to give maybe everybody a little bit more of a break tonight.
Brandenburg back at the line now with 5:04 to go in the third quarter. Rams lead 33-19, and Brandenburg will shoot 2. Puts this one up. It's good. 1 more to go. 33-20. Rams lead cut down to 13. Brad Reese back in now. Jimmy Heinball will go out. Brandenburg ready for his second. In the air. It's good. Lead down to 12 now. 33-21. Just full court man-to-man now by the Sentinels. Gets it to Tressler. Now to Lance on the right side. Back to Tressler. Tressler to the foul line. To Reese out front to Bosley on the left wing. Couple of dribbles. Back to Tressler between the circles. Right side to Reese. He takes it to the top of the key to Tressler over on the left side. Clock down to 4:41 to go in the third quarter. Over it comes to Reese on the right wing. He'll take it back out to the front court. Drop it to Bosley rather down in the right-hand corner. Back out he comes, gets it to Tressler. He's out near the center circle. Looks like a 2-3 zone now on Fort Hill.
Looks like Fort Hill wants to deny that entry into Evan Lance a little bit more.
Reese takes it into DeWitt. DeWitt has the shot, puts it up no good. Rebound battled for, pulled down by Kyler. He drops the pass out to Meckley into the front court to the lane, kicks it over to Page. Page spin dribbles down the lane, throws one up, and gets it to roll in. Very quick move by Kevin Page as he took it down the lane, and we have a 10-point game at 33-23. This is that run I said Fort Hill would make. Now the Rams have to get it stopped. Ball comes to Reese. Reese down in the corner to Lance. Back out to Tressler. Has it knocked away, picked up. Here's Page down court, gets it to Fredesca on the baseline. He turns, puts the shot up, good. Jordan Fredesca gets 2, and the lead's down to 8. 33-25 with 3.5 minutes to go. Bosley sends it through the center circle into the front court. Over on the left side to Tressler. Tressler gets it to Lance. Ball high over his head as he goes down in the corner. And as Bosley tries to make the turn, he gets the elbow out and hits one of the Fort Hill players and gets the foul.
Time Corey hit his elbow up just about eye level, a little bit high on that elbow that time.
Turnover back to Fort Hill. Rams lead cut to 8 now, 33-25 as we near the 3-minute mark in the third quarter. Fredisca lobs it inside. Whistle, foul called and a shove underneath by Brandenburg, and that'll be the second foul on him. First team foul in the second half against Fort Hill. Mosley gets the inbound pass, still full court man-to-man. By Fort Hill. Once they get into the front court, they drop into a, that's a half-court man-to-man now. Mosley with the ball between the circles at the top of the key. He'll take a couple of dribbles. Works against Meckley. Tries to get the pass to Reese. Reese went towards the basket, and they threw the ball behind him out of bounds. Turnover number 3 for the Rams here in the second half.
Rams have tripled their turnovers from the first half.
Here's Page now as he brings it against Reese. He'll try to take it down the lane. Can't, kicks it off. Meckley with a three-pointer is good. Robert Meckley hits the big three. And the lead now down to 5. Here's a loose ball on the court. And Lance dives to get it, gets it to Mosley. Mosley brings it into the front court and has the ball knocked away by Frediska out of bounds, and the Rams will get it back.
Southern's going to have to start paying a little more attention to detail here, John.
Well, Fort Hill picking up the defense and really putting the pressure on, and it's starting to show a little bit. 33-28 is our score, 2:12 to go in the third quarter. Rams on top. Over it goes to Reese on the right wing. Now to DeWitt at the top of the key. Down in the corner it goes to Mosley. Mosley spin dribbles down on the baseline. Double team down there. Gets through it. Bounce pass to DeWitt underneath. Under there by Kyler. And no call made. And Fort Hill gets the ball back. Over it comes to Page. Back out top of the key to Meckley. Meckley takes it to the right wing. Works against Mosley. Bounce pass to Page. Page at the top of the key, back over to Meckley. Another three ball in the air. He hit it. Meckley with 2 threes right in a row, and now the lead down to 2. 33-31 with a minute and a half to go. Whistle. Timeout called by Coach Mosley. It'll be a full timeout. 1:27 to go. 33-31 Southern. We'll be back after this.
At Peak Rehab, they know that rehabilitation is like climbing a mountain. Challenging, tough, even discouraging. But reaching the peak of your performance is worth the work. At Peak Rehab, you'll get one-on-one care, a staff that's friendly and understanding, with cutting-edge technology and techniques. Peak Rehab offers physical, occupational, and speech therapy, physical work evaluations, vision rehab, and so much more. Call Peak Rehab today at 301-533-1010 and reach your peak performance.
92.3, The Train.
Well, Fort Hill on that run that we talked about, and what'd you say?
Southern's been outscored 17-7 in the third quarter.
Okay, so the Rams need to get something together, get it back. They'll have the basketball. 1:27 to go in the third quarter. Still have a 2-point lead, 33-31, but the momentum has shifted over to the white jerseys.
And Fort Hill, after shooting just 21% in the first half, is shooting 60% in the third quarter.
Yeah, Robert Meckley with 2 big threes. They were huge here in the third quarter. He hit them both from the same spot, about 2 feet behind the arc over on the right side. Rams get the ball into Mosley in the backcourt. Page will pick him up. Brings it into the front now. Spin dribbles on the right side, picks it up, gets it to Reese. To Mosley between the circles. He'll take a couple of dribbles. Gets it over on the left side to Reese. Back out between the circles to Mosley. To the foul line to Tressler. Back to Mosley on the left wing. Picks up the dribble. Gets it across to Reese. Reese takes it in. Scoop pass goes over to DeWitt. DeWitt has the shot no good, but he's fouled. And the foul goes on Kyler. That is 3 on him. And I believe what do we got? We got a technical foul call.
Yes, sir.
On Kyler?
I don't know if it was on him or Page.
Let's see who it was. He's going to send DeWitt to the free throw line. He'll have 2. This is the regular shot on the original foul. First one's up. Good. Brett DeWitt just steps up and drills it. Now 34-31. Second shot's up. It's good. 35-31. Now the technical, Corey Mosley will come out. He'll shoot 2. And a whistle whistle, a 30-second timeout called by Fort Hill before we can shoot the technicals. Now the Rams will have 2 shots, plus they'll get the ball back. I still see 3 fouls on Tyler, so the technical was not on him.
Well, maybe it was on the bench. I don't know.
I was down here at the end. I just am not sure who was really on. Anyway, there's 55 and a half seconds left in the third quarter. Rams lead by 4, 35-31.
And go ahead, Don.
Remind everybody to stay tuned for our post-game show. We'll name our Oakland Brownings Foodland Player of the Game. Go ahead, Roger.
I was just going to say, Fort Hill has really concentrated, I think, in the third quarter on trying to deny Evan Lance his post position. He was very effective in the first half.
This is a technical. Shots up. Buzz around. Missed it. 2 misses from the line tonight. Very untypical of Mosley. Ready for the second now. This one's up. It's good. So the Rams get 3 points out of that play. They lead at 36-31 with 55 and a half seconds to go. Now the Rams also have the basketball. And they work the pass into Mosley. Mosley being guarded very closely by Nathan Wilson. Wilson gets it to Reese. Reese takes it down the right side, picks up the dribble, bounce pass to Tressler. Back to Reese. Reese fakes, goes down the baseline, puts the shot up, has it knocked away, gets it back though. Back to DeWitt. DeWitt fakes, puts up the shot, no good. And the rebound underneath, and almost taken away by Brandenburg, but they get it out to Page. Page comes down, throws it to Ferdiska. Ferdiska has the shot. Let's see what's the call.
On the basket, good, and a foul on somebody for Southern.
Well, Ferdiska gets the basket, and is it going to be a charge or is it a block?
It's a block.
It's on Corey Mosley if it is. And Ferdiska will go to the line to shoot 1. To get everything straightened out here, the foul is on Corey. That is his second. And Ferdiska has 4 points on the night. Chance for his 5th right here. It's up. It's short. No good. Rebound by Tressler. Tressler will bring it up court with 24 seconds to go. 36-33. Rams by 3. To Reese. Rams with 16 seconds. Reese drops it off to Tressler. Tressler down to Reese on the right wing. 10 seconds. Down low to DeWitt. DeWitt turns to Gwynn and is called for the offensive foul, and that's 3 on him.
Brett DeWitt had a great lane right over to Evan Lance for an easy step-in shot, but he couldn't pick him up.
Down to 8.3 now. Fort Hill with the ball. This is Page. Page behind the back dribble, comes down, takes it in, throws it up. Good. Kevin Page, coast to coast, gets the basket at the buzzer, and now the game down to a 1-point game. 36-35 as we go into the fourth quarter. We'll be back after this.
Greg's Pharmacy has been a part of the community for many years. They're there for you when you need them, even in times of emergencies. Greg's accepts multiple prescription insurances, the Together card, and they process Medicare billing. They carry a complete line of hospital and surgical supplies, including walkers, canes, crutches, wheelchairs, tub rails, and electric hospital beds. From Band-Aids and allergy medicines to blood monitoring systems and diabetic supplies, Greg's Pharmacy has it. Good luck and go Rams from Greg's Pharmacy in Oakland.
If you are looking for a great buy on a used car or truck, come see our selection at Team 1. We have taken in some mighty fine trades, and these pre-owned models have plenty of life left in them. Don't forget, Team 1 has the absolute lowest prices on new units, too, from Chevrolet, Buick, Pontiac, and GMC. Whether it's a car, truck, or SUV, see Team 1, the GM Giant, just minutes from Deep Creek Lake, across from Walmart Supercenter in Oakland. Just look for our giant American flag, Team 1, and Chevrolet, an American revolution.
92.3 The Train.
Fort Hill outscores the Rams 21-10 in the third quarter. We're down to a 1-point game, and Fort Hill has the basketball. With a right wing to Ferdiska. Back out to Phelps at the top of the key. Takes a couple of dribbles. Over it comes to Page. Page gets it over on the right side. Pass goes to Wilson. Down low, and a shot put up down there by Kyler is no good, but he's fouled. And And the foul goes, have to look and see as we pick it up on the board. Goes on Corey Bosley, and that's his third. Tyler puts the shot up no good. He is scoreless on the night so far. Ready for his second. This one's up, and he gets that one. We have a tie game.
John, Fort Hill's going to be in the bonus the rest of the game, too.
Yep, 36-36, just underway here in the fourth quarter. Bosley on the left side, gets it over to Reese. To Miller. Miller has the ball knocked away by Page, and Page will come down, has it knocked away from behind. It's loose on the floor, picked up by Fouts. Back out, it comes to Wilson, kicks it over. Shot put up high off the rim, no good. That was by Kyler. Kyler gets the rebound, though, backs in, and the ball knocked away by Tressler. Kyler just backed in, knocked Tressler away, and he was able to go get the ball, though, after he dropped it. Fredisco inbound off the baseline. Looking, finally it comes in, now back out to Page. Down to 7 minutes to play in the ball game, 36-36 tie. Page gets it over on the right side, Fouts, puts up a 16-foot jumper, it's good. To the night, he's the sophomore. And here comes Reese. 38-36 Fort Hill, their first lead since halfway through the first quarter. Comes to Tressler. Tressler on the right wing. Picks up his dribble, lobs it to Reese over on the right side. He goes down the baseline. Out it comes, 15-foot jumper by Miller. Rolls it around and in. Chris Miller with his first basket from 15 feet. 38-38's our score. Here comes Page for Fort Hill, back to the top of the key. Spins, gets it out to Fredisco. They try to work it down low, taken away by Lance. Lance, that's the second turnover for Fort Hill. He drops it to Bosley, down court to Reese. Top of the key to Lance. Over on the right side to Tressler. Tressler takes it to Lance over in the corner. Lance goes down the baseline, little short jumper, good. Evan Lance with a nice, about a 12-footer off the baseline. Rams back on top, 40-38. Page working against Reese. Picks up the dribble, kicks it to Fredisco. Bounce pass inside, turnaround jumper is around the rim, no good. That was by Kyler. Rebound is by Brad Reese. Reese will work his way up court. Takes it to the left side into the front court. Ball almost taken away. Reese gets it back, hands it to Tressler. Tressler back to Reese on the left wing. Back up to the top of the key. Gets it to Tressler between the circles. Down to the foul line. Tressler stops, puts up a little 12-foot jumper. In and out, would not stay. Rebound by Fouts. Fort Hill back on the attack. Outlet pass to Wilson. Wilson whistle. 30-second timeout called by Fort Hill. 5:11 to go. Rams lead by 2, 40-38.
John, the Fort Hill Sentinels have definitely turned up the defense. They are really harassing the Rams all over the court, causing Southern not just to turn the ball over, but take them out of the rhythm of their offense. They've really stepped it up.
I noticed that Corey Tressler had a little trouble handling the ball down here because of that pressure. Got it out. The Rams in the first half tried to control the tempo themselves. Now it seems that Fort Hill's controlling the tempo with that defense.
Absolutely, and forced the Rams into 4 turnovers so far compared to 1 in the first half.
Set the stage for you. 5:11 to go in the ball game. Rams lead at 40-38. Fort Hill in the one-on-one situation. They have 3 fouls to give before Southern gets into the one-on-one, and the possession arrow is in favor of Southern. Here is Page. He drops it back out on the right side to Meckley. Now down low, back to Meckley. He stops. He'll put that 3 in the air across the rim. No good. Whistle and a push against Fort Hill. As I believe Brandon
Southern, John. Against Southern.
You gotta be kidding.
No.
Yeah, let's see who got it. 23. Chris Miller picks up foul number 4. Now I must have missed one because I have that for 3, but anyway, Chris Miller on the foul, and that's going to send Brandenburg to the free throw line. Shooting the one-on-one, hits the front end. 40-39, we're back to a one-point game as Brandenburg's ready for his second. This one's in the air. Hits in and out, will not go. Lance with the rebound. Gets it out to Mosley, up to Tressler, into the front court. 3-on-3 break. Over it goes to DeWitt on the baseline. Back out to Tressler at the foul line. He comes down the lane, shot, put it up off the rim, no good. And the rebound is pulled down by Meckley. Down court very quickly and out of bounds. And what's the call?
Technical on Coach.
Well, on the Southern bench, they draw a technical, or what's let's see. Let's make sure what's going on here. Yep, it is a technical foul, and it's called on the Southern bench with 4:41 to go. This is going to bring Meckley to the line. He'll shoot the two-shot technical. Misses the front one. First one off the front of the rim. Now with only a chance to tie. And he hits the second one. We have a tie game. Fort Hill will have the basketball. 4:41 to play. We're tied at 40. Fort Hill's ball at the center line. Little timeout as we do some housekeeping on the far side. Tedesco inbound as he is right down here below us. He'll get it into Page, and we'll on our way for the final 4:40. Page to the top of the key, spin dribbles, can't get the shot off. Out it comes to Meckley. He stops, puts up a short jumper. Good. Robert Meckley couldn't get the three, went in for about a 17-footer and got the two. 42-40, Fort Hill. Over it comes to Reese on the right wing, back out top of the key to Tressler. He'll put a three ball in the air. He hits it. Corey Tressler hits the big three straight away, top of the key. Rams lead by one, 43-42. Here it is to Meckley in the corner. He puts the three up, no good. Rebounds pulled down by Lance. He drops it off to Tressler. Back it comes, or up court it comes. Now back to Tressler. Tressler goes in, little short jumper off the back rim, gets his own rebound. Fakes, puts it down low to DeWitt. His shot is up, no good. He's knocked out of bounds underneath. And here comes Page back into the front court. Gets it back out to Meckley. Rams lead by one, 43-42. 3:35 to go in the ball game. Page in the right corner. Back out it comes, 15-footer. Put up high off the rim, no good. Rebound Brandenburg over the top. Shot put up, no good. Rebound by Tressler. Tressler with a couple of dribbles gets it to Mosley, and he'll bring it into the front court. Down it comes to Reese. Into the foul line to Lance. Lance back over to Reese. He'll back it back out in the front court. Between the circles, in it goes to DeWitt. Back out to Tressler. Tressler, one dribble, back to Reese on the right side. He'll take it into the lane, all the way down, puts it up left hand, no good. Rebound by Brandenburg. Into the front court, Page. Page stops, fires up a three, good. Kevin Page just stopped, hits his first three of the night. Now it's a 45-43 game. Fort Hill in the lead by two. In it goes to Lance. Lance on a nice drive down the lane, puts it up and in. Evan Lance just having a great game tonight. We're tied at 45 with 2.5 minutes to play in the ball game. Page to the top of the key, over on the left side. Down low to Brandenburg. He takes one, puts it up off the rim, no good. Rebound is by Brett DeWitt underneath. Back to Mosley. Rams with a chance to take the lead back now as he comes into the front court. Gets it to Reese. He's on the left wing. Back out to Tressler. Tressler picks up the dribble. Back to Reese. Reese stops. Little 15-foot jumper off the glass. No good. Brandenburg has the rebound. Fort Hill back on the attack. Whistle, timeout called. As Todd Eric wants to talk things over. Full timeout. 2:03 to go. We're tied at 45. We'll be back after this.
When buying a pair of shoes, you want the best fit possible. When you buy New Balance, the best fit possible goes beyond shoe size. The better your shoes fit, the more comfortable you will be, the better you will perform, and the more you will enjoy yourself. See the selection of New Balance athletic shoes at Stompers on Route 135. Whether you need a cross trainer, running, or just a comfortable shoe, New Balance has a shoe for you in a variety of widths, ranging from AA to Quad E. Stompers in Mountain Lake Park, across from Tresserado Electric.
92.3, The Train.
We're back at Fort Hill High School where we have a 2-minute and 3-second ball game. We're tied at 45. The possession era favors the Southern Rams. Next foul by the Rams will put the Fort Hill Sentinels in the double bonus. Only 3 fouls called so far here in the half against Fort Hill, so they have 3 to give. It's a game the Rams have, or the Sentinels rather, have really turned up the defense here in the second half. Rams led at the end of the half by 26-14, a 12-point lead. Saw that reduced down to 1, 36-35 at the end of the third quarter. And here we go with 2 minutes to go. Fort Hill has the basketball. They also, well, it's tied at 45. Here comes Page into the front court. Little shake and bake down the right side, puts up the runner, and somehow got it up and in. Just a very quick move down the right side of the lane. Fort Hill leads it by 2. Mosley will bring it into the front court. Kicks it over on the left side to Reese. To Tressler now between the circles. Back to Reese. Couple of dribbles. Handoff back to Mosley. Mosley will spin dribble to the right side. Top of the key. Whistle. Timeout called by Tom Mosley with 1:29 to go. Another 30-second timeout. Give us one more chance to remind everybody to stay tuned for our post-game show. We'll have our interview with Coach Tom Mosley and also name our Oakland Brownings Foodland Player of the Game. Tonight's game brought to you in part by the Garrett County Memorial Hospital, where they give quality care close to home, and by the Terra Alta Banks with locations in Oakland and Terra Alta. Well, it's getting down to the last minute and a half. Fort Hill leads it 47-45.
John, how many has Page scored? He's scored all his scoring basically in the second half, hasn't he?
He's had 12 in the second half. He only had 2 free throws in the first half. Rams will have the basketball at quarter court as the pass comes in to Mosley in the backcourt. He's being guarded by Meckley. Meckley drops the ball away from Mosley. Mosley tries to get it back. Meckley, though, picks it up. Couple of dribbles now as he's double teamed, and they get the ball to Page. Page takes it into the lane, ball knocked away. Corey Mosley is going to be called for his 4th foul. So the Rams picking up the defense a little bit as they're going to go into the trap. This will be a double bonus for Kevin Page as he steps to the free throw line.
Now Fort Hill again turning up that defense, John, resulting in a turnover.
Page is 2 for 2 at the line tonight. And now 3 for 3 as he puts it up with the left hand. It's good. 48-45. Fort Hill by 3 now. Second shot's in the air. This one's good. So Fort Hill leads by 4, 49-45 with 1:14 to go. Here's a whistle and a foul by Meckley as he fouls Mosley. That's only team foul number 4, so the Rams will get it back out of bounds. Mosley gets it back now. Meckley right up on him. He'll take it into the corner. Now spin dribbles around the middle of the court, into the front court. Drops it off to Reese. Reese over on the right side, brings it back out front. He's being guarded by Page. Over it goes to Lance. Lance gets it to Tressler. Ball knocked away, and
Corey Tressler just got hit in the mouth, and they didn't call the foul.
Yeah, they finally did after a while. And the foul is on Bradiska, and that's his 3rd. That's the 5th team foul.
I believe that's the 6th. That's what I've got him for, John.
Well, we got 5 on the board, and I got 5. Here's a whistle. There's the 6th one as Page picks it up, and that was kind of a crazy foul. I don't know why they want to get into the one-on-one situation. They trail, or they lead by 4, 49-45. That foul is on Prodiska again, and that's number 4 on him. Now the Rams will be in the 1-on-1 should Fort Hill commit another foul. Inbound to Lance. Back out it comes Bosley. Back over to Tressler on the right wing. 46 seconds on the clock. Tressler gets it out to Heimball. Round the key to Bosley. Bosley fake. 3 ball in the air. Short, no good. Rebound is by Page. Page brings it down. Now back out front. Double team. Comes back out. Triple team. And finally a whistle and a foul called. That'll be on Brad Reese. And Rams in a lot of trouble now with 30 seconds to go in the game. And at the free throw line for 2 is going to be Kevin Page.
Fort Hill, pretty good shooting free throw team thus far.
Page is 4 for 4 at the line so far. He'll be back again. Ready with the left hand. Puts the first shot up. He got it. He's 5 for 5. When you need to make the free throws at the end when they're found. Fort Hill now with a 5-point lead, 50-45. And Page makes the next one, 51-45. Here's Bosley with 27 seconds. Takes it down the lane, backs off, skip pass, cross court to Heimball. He stops, puts the 3 in the air, no good. Rebound by Fort Hill. Over it goes to Page. Page is whistled, a foul called, and that'll go against Lance. That's number 2 on Lance. And this one is in the book. Fort Hill is going to up their record to 12-7 on the year. The Rams will fall to 15-6. As back to the free throw line goes Page. He'll shoot 2 more. First one up, rolls around the rim and drops in. Second one is ready. This one's in the air. It's also good. Kevin Page was 6 for 6 from the free throw line, and all of a sudden Fort Hill with an 8-point lead, 53-45. Only 15 seconds to go in the ball game. So
certainly a tale of 2 halves here tonight. You know, Southern played very well, taking care of the ball, 1 turnover in the first half, shooting very well, leading the game 26-14, and it's just totally turned around here as Fort Hill increased their defensive pressure, and Southern just couldn't seem to find an answer.
Yeah, I think it was all defense that did it for Fort Hill. Corey Bosley with only 1 field goal in the second half, and Corey Tressler with 2. Evan Lance played a pretty even game the whole way through. He's played a heck of a ball game, I think, tonight for the Rams. And also, got to give credit to Jimmy Heimball. He came in the second quarter, got some big baskets, and he's handled the ball well here at the end of the game as he's in right now. Well, the Rams need a couple of 3-pointers mighty quick. Here goes Bosley with 13 seconds down, kicks it over to Tressler for 3. The shot's no good, and the ball comes down to Fout. And with that, our game's going to come to an end. And the Southern Rams lose tonight to the Fort Hill Sentinels by the score of 53-45. A game that the Sentinels led 10-8 at the end of the first quarter. The Rams came back and led 26-14 at half. It was a 1-point game, 36-35 at the end of the third quarter. And then the final tonight, 53-45 in favor of Fort Hill. We'll take a little break. We'll be back for our post-game show right after these messages.
John Deere knows you're patient. No fortune cookie determines your fate unless it says good things come to those who wait. You're a stickler for reliability, versatility, and financial flexibility. Well, now that you can get the John Deere 2210 compact utility tractor for low introductory payments of just $139 a month, you'll be connecting and removing more than 60 attachments faster than a kid in a candy store. With these low introductory payments, you'll be lacing up those sneakers and sprinting to your nearest John Deere dealer. No doubt you'll be first in line for that test drive. There's nothing like getting everything you want, and nothing runs like a Deere.
Offer ends 2/28/05. Subject to approved credit on John Deere Credit Revolving Plan, a service of FPC Financial FSB. Reduced payments for the first 36 months with 7.9% APR for the entire term. After the first 36 months, payments will be based on 2% of the amount financed. See dealer for details.
Test drive your new John Deere at Mannerham Center, your local John Deere dealer in Mountain Lake Park.
Hello,
Hello, folks. This is Don Savage, and it's Schaefer Ford Sales. We're inviting you to come in and take a test drive in this 2003 Ford Escape. This unit is a four-wheel drive, XLT, V6, automatic, all the power equipment. This Escape only has 20,000 miles on it, and it's priced right, $17,995. So come on in, check it out at Schaefer Ford Sales on Route 219 North in Oakland, where vehicles will cost you less.
At Peak Rehab, they know that rehabilitation is like climbing a mountain. Challenging, tough, even discouraging. But reaching the peak of your performance is worth the work. At Peak Rehab, you'll get one-on-one care, a staff that's friendly and understanding, with cutting-edge technology and techniques. Peak Rehab offers physical, occupational, and speech therapy, physical work evaluations, vision rehab, and so much more. Call Peak Rehab today at 301-533-1010 and reach your peak performance.
92.3, The Train.
Well, we're back at Fort Hill High School, where the Southern Rams have just lost their sixth game of the season by the score of 53-45 against the Fort Hill Sentinels. The Rams' record now 15-6 on the season. Fort Hill goes to 12-7. That's a 1-1 night for the Rams, as the JV squad won tonight by the score of 51-42. JV record stands at 16-3. And I think, Roger, you hit it on the nail on the head during our break there. It was just a game of two halves. The Rams came out in the first half, especially in the second quarter. They come out in the first quarter kind of flat. Took them a little while to get back into their playing legs. Played a heck of a second quarter, went up by 12 on a last-second bucket by Corey Bosley. Then in the third quarter, the Fort Hill Sentinels came out and just turned up the defense and really was very aggressive underneath. Got to get a little bit of shoving and pushing underneath, and the Rams just saw that lead disintegrate and finally lost the game by 8 points. Certainly not an 8-point game, as the Rams were forced to foul at the end. Kevin Page was 6 for 6 at the free throw line. Right at the end of the game in the last minute or so. So he made them when he had to make them. You got to give him credit for that. And just one of those nights where the Rams just couldn't get their sea legs back under them.
No, they couldn't seem to do that. It is a tale of two halves. I was just looking here. Southern shot 44% in the first half, 33% in the second half. Again, I think, due to Fort Hill's defense. Plus, Page took off in the second half.
Yeah, the quickness of Kevin Page really showed there in the third quarter and fourth quarter. He was able to break loose down the lane on each side, and the shot's very unorthodox. It's more of a throw than it is a shot, but tonight they just happened to go in for him, especially in the second half. He had 1 3 to throw in there with that, and he had a game-high 19 points on the night, most of that in the fourth quarter, and most of that from the free throw line. With us, Coach Tom Bosley, as he comes up. Coach, a game, as we're talking, sort of a game of two halves. The Rams come out, I thought, a little bit flat. Just looked like they hadn't played for a week in the first quarter, played a heck of a second quarter, and then and Fort Hill just turned up the defense in the third, and I don't know, we couldn't handle it.
What Fort Hill did is they changed defense to a triangle with two. We worked against it. We knew what we wanted to do. We didn't pay attention to detail. We used 2 timeouts, didn't go where we said to go. I'm not sure why that happened. I'm not very happy with might be the first time in 27 years I'm not happy with officiating. And I hate to say that, because then you lean to that excuse-ridden mentality, so I'm not happy with that. The technicals, as ignorant as I've been around in all the years I've coached, 500-plus games.
Got to remember, you're in Cumberland.
Never been so disrespected. That's a low. Going on some I can't see straight, but don't take anything away from Fort Hill. Their plan was to go triangle on 2, try to get the ball out of Corey's hands. They did that. They were able to do that because of the way they played, because they let them hold both of them, wouldn't let them use the screen. I mean, let's face it, 3 fouls with a minute to go. 55 seconds ago, 3 fouls on them, and they're trying to catch up. They're the aggressor. And it's held those kids. I feel bad for those kids, but they got to take care of themselves. They got to do that. Me screaming hard doesn't help them do that. So we'll address that, and hopefully we'll get on. But once again, Fort Hill did what they had to do to win. They held us. They played hard. They didn't let us come off screens because they just grabbed a hold of our shorts, grabbed a hold of our arms, wouldn't let us. And trying to get that called, I get a technical for, and that turns, honestly, that turned the momentum of the ball game. So, I mean, mine wasn't for language, theirs was for foul language. That's why they got theirs. So I'm upset. I'm really, really upset. I'm sorry I'm not a very good interview right now, but I'm upset.
You have a perfect right to be. We could see a lot of the things going on from up here that it's typical when you come down here. That's the kind of things that are going to happen.
Yeah, those guys have integrity. Those guys are fine. And then for years and years and years, I've been a defender of them. Right now, I'm so mad at them, I don't want to say anymore because it takes away from the ball game, the kids. It's a kids' game. I've maintained that in my mind for years and years and years. But that's as bad as I've seen.
I thought Evan Lance had one of his better games tonight. He played very well underneath. I don't know how many block shots he had. He altered a lot of shots, and he had probably in the double figures on the rebound. Oh, he had 8, I guess, unofficially. I thought he played really well tonight.
Had a pretty good game. In the end, that's who we were trying to go to, and I couldn't get Evan to go where I wanted. I even drew his name, drew it on a picture over there for some reason. I don't know. He didn't comprehend. He's one of the smartest kids I've ever coached, but he didn't get to where I needed him to get to. He didn't get to where we could feed the ball to him. We kept feeding it to Brett DeWitt, who's 6 foot tall, trying, but he's going against 6'4", 6'5". That's supposed to be Evan in that position, and we just couldn't get him to understand that that's where we wanted him to go. So he kind of got his feet in cement, never moved off one block, and that's not what we were trying to do. That's not how we're trying to attack it. But in essence, Triangle 2 beat us this time. I'm ashamed of myself because the Triangle 2 should never beat you. We have enough players and enough kids that should never beat you. Tonight it beat us.
I know Antoine Qualler underneath doing a lot of pushing and shoving under there. DeWitt or Lance, either one, really had an opportunity to do anything.
He's about 220 pounds. He did what he had to do. He worked him out with his legs and his feet and shoved us underneath the bucket a lot. He busted us up inside. When we powered that thing up in there, real good with Brett DeWitt twice in a row to no avail. And I mean, if that's what, they say we're initiating contact. I don't know what that means. So I've come confused.
Yeah.
I've been confused about that statement for 27 years, but
I think that's the whole idea.
Off of it now.
Yeah. Well, it's a game we'll just put behind us. We'll move on to Tuesday night. You got another tough one with Bishop Walsh coming to town, and that one is the finale of the regular season.
I really believe Bishop Walsh has the most talent overall. And added Nathan Harriet, the kids who transferred from Allegheny, who Fort Hill and Allegheny won't let them play against them. Don't ask me what that's about, because I have no clue.
That's the big city mentality.
Yeah, but he'll be playing against us, and that's good. We want them to have everybody, and we'll see what we can do, and we'll get ready. We will get ready. I know we will. I know we'll prepare, and you can't tell we're watching the ball game. We were prepared tonight. We just weren't prepared to do what we needed to do in the end because of the details we didn't pay attention to.
Well, Coach, I know you're wanting to get back down, talk to your team, and get them on the bus and try to get out of here. I want to wish you the best of luck Tuesday night, and also we'll be talking hopefully with you on Sunday. I'll give you a call or something, and we'll find out just what we're going to do in the playoffs as they come up.
All right, thanks, fellas. Appreciate it.
Coach Tom Mosley of the Southern Rams, rightfully upset about the whole deal tonight. You almost had to be here to see the things that went on. I've kind of swore off talking about officials too, but sometimes it gets to the point where you just can't help it.
Well, it's just if you talk about officiating, it becomes a full-time job, really, because
and it gives the idea that you're crying and all that, but that's not it. It's just you get tired time after time of coming down here and seeing the same things happen again.
And the bad thing, in addition to that, John, and traveling around with all the Garrett County teams, if we should draw Hancock or Clear Spring and have to go to Washington County as a first round, they call basketball entirely differently down there.
And use 2 officials.
Yes, they use 2 officials. You don't know when you get down there if you touch somebody, if it's going to be a foul or not. So it's hard for the kids to get in any kind of a rhythm as to how the officiating is going to be, and it frustrates the coaches and the kids.
Well, let's take a look at our stats on tonight's game, and we'll wrap this one up.
Okay, taking a look for Fort Hill. They're in with 5 turnovers. The Fort Hill Sentinels shoot 17 of 48 for the game, 33%. Including 3 three-pointers, but I have to point out, John, in the second half, they were 12 for 25, 50% shooting. So they definitely improved over the 21% they had in the first half. Fort Hill wins the rebound battle with 31. They go 16 for 23. They shoot 23 free throws tonight. Bear that in mind. They shoot 61%, 13 team fouls. For the Rams, in with 6 turnovers, which isn't a bad game, except 5 of them came in the second half. Southern shoots 18 of 40 from the field for the game, 40%. But again, Southern goes down to shooting 7 of 23 in the second half, 33%. Southern has 24 rebounds. Southern only got to the charity stripe tonight, John, 8 times, compared to Fort Hill's 23. Southern connects on 6 of 8, 75%. They commit 17 team fouls.
And we'll take a look at the individual scoring on tonight's game. Kevin Page, the game high score tonight with 19 points, 17 of those coming in the second half, and 13 of those, or make that 11 of those, coming in the fourth quarter when he made 6 out of 6 free throws when the Rams had the foul. Fredisca had 4, Meckley with 11, Nathan Wilson had 2, Brandenburg underneath with 12, Antoine Kyler with 1 point on the night and about 16 fouls. He had 3 called on him, and Fouts with 4 points on the night. For the Southern Rams, Corey Mosley with 11 points on the night. Jimmy Highball, one of his better performances of his career on the varsity squad, was 7. Chris Miller with 2. Brett DeWitt with 4. Evan Lance, the high point for the Rams tonight, with 12. And Corey Trester with 9. You add those up, it's 53 for Fort Hill and 45 for the Southern Rams. Time to name our Brownings Oakland Foodland player of the game, and I think we both agree. I already had my mind made up, and you just wrote it down, so go ahead.
Tonight's player of the game for the Southern Rams is Evan Lance. Evan in tonight with double figures, 12 points, 2 block shots, and he altered a whole bunch more and did a great job under the boards with 8 rebounds. So our player tonight, Evan Lance.
And congratulations to Evan for being our Oakland Brownings Foodland player of the game. Airtime, let's see, a little bit of a program note. Airtime on Tuesday night will be 7 o'clock, tip-off at 7:30 as the Rams host the Bishop Walsh Spartans up at Southern for their last game of the regular season, so we need a good turnout up there for that one. That's going to wrap things up from Fort Hill High School. Once again, our final score, Fort Hill 53, Southern 45. For Roger Ruff, I'm John Hill. Have a good evening.
The train